Hi, I'm Dave and welcome to Old Dad Studio. Today we're going to take a look at the image generation features again of ChatGPT as well as some others. One of the things that I've learned about these, and by no means am I an expert at this, I'm just learning this, so I'm sharing what I'm learning and as I'm going along. So if you have some tips and tricks to help, please let me know, leave it in the comments. I would appreciate it, and I will continue to learn as we go down this process. But one of the things that I've learned is that it's darn near impossible to get the exact same image twice, especially when I'm dealing with a person. Now, what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to refine my prompt so I can recreate something that's as close to myself as possible that I could use for logos and things like that. And right now I'm trying to create a realistic image rather than a cartoon image. The cartoon ones, they get pretty crazy, so I'm been sticking more to the realistic ones if I can. But it's even using the same prompt over and over and over again, the exact same prompt with no changes, you get wildly different results. And so that's what we're going to dig into today. And so the first thing I think that we will do is we'll take a look at my prompt, go through it step by step, and then you can see the results that I'm getting from that prompt. And I've just got, please create this image so it knows what it's doing. I have a realistic portrait of a Caucasian male of Norwegian descent, approximately 60 years old. He is overweight, around 350 pounds. He has an oval-shaped head with a slightly elongated form. He has olive skin with short brown hair on his head, combed back above his ears. He has prominent gray hair coloring in the temples. Now, there's a reason I am trying to call this out specifically like this. It doesn't make a very good sentence, but I've been trying to get the image generator to understand the variation of hair color that I have in my hair. The hair in my head is brown, but my beard is almost all gray. It's not completely gray, but it's almost all gray. And then for the sake of this, I'm saying it's all gray because when I try to get like a salt and pepper look going, you'll notice even with this, it's going to struggle. Next, he has a gray beard and mustache, uniform in color. He has a distinctive hairless gap below the bottom lip with a small soul patch in the center. If you can see how my beard is, I have, kind of the soul patch here, but I actually have no hair here on my beard. This is something that image generator is going to struggle to do. Using this prompt now, I have been able to get it to do that more often, but it still struggles with my beard. He has a beard that is trimmed short to the contour of his face. He is aged with wrinkles and fine lines to reflect a 60-year-old overweight man. And again, the reason I have overweight here and I'm specifying overweight in pounds up here is because the image generator, it struggles to make overweight people or somebody who's heavy. Most of the images that I have generated so far, they all lean on like a fit or a thin person. And so when you start having the shape of somebody who's overweight, it seems to be struggling with that. He has slight scarring on his cheeks from acne in his youth. He's wearing large, round, black framed glasses and has blue eyes, and this should be plural. He is smiling and the overall feeling should be positive. He's wearing a black t-shirt. He is positioned in front of a neutral background to emphasize his features. The background is smooth and softly blurred with balanced lighting and natural tones to enhance the realism. Created using hyper-realistic style, soft shadows, detailed textures, natural color grading, high-definition resolution, realistic skin tones, subtle lighting, cinematic focus, and fine detail rendering. Now, all of that prompt has been a process of using prompts, generating images, refining the prompt, asking ChatGPT for help, refining the prompt. And I've got it to a point where I kind of get a similar image all the time, but you'll see as we get into it, it's interesting what it does. So now that we've got this prompt, I'm going to hit enter and we'll see what we get. All right, so overall, it's a really good image. It did a fantastic job. I mean, the image generator itself, kudos to it. It's taking text and creating this image, which is amazing. However, if you look at the image, you'll notice, so the hair is brown, it's got a little bit of lightness in it, so it did okay with the hair, although I didn't tell it to have multiple tones in the hair. It just did that on its own. But look at the beard. The beard is not gray at all. It's all brown with a little bit of lightness down here, some lighter tones, but it's not how the prompt was described. So it missed that entirely. And the skin is pretty smooth overall. It struggles to add any defects, I think, to people's skin. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use this prompt 5 times. I'm not going to change it at all. So this is number 1. I'm going to do 4 more using the exact same prompt with no changes, and we'll see what we get. So there is number 2. A little bit. He looks a little bit older, but he's also thinner, and there still is no gray in the beard. There is number 3. Now this image here, number 3, is the image that I get most of the time. So I see this one come through quite a bit. So there is number 4. And here's number 5. And you can see the extreme differences that these 5 images have. No 2 of them are exactly the same, even though I didn't change my prompt at all. I just opened up a new ChatGPT window and pasted it in there and hit enter. Now, if we use the other image generator that is available through ChatGPT, let me try that one. That one turns out a little bit different. Again, the hair is kind of brown. It's a lightish brown. No gray in the beard. Let's try DALL-E straight from, which I think is the image generator behind ChatGPT anyway, but we're going to try it directly. And so it gave me 2. And look at the second image here. He is not overweight at all. And this one is almost starting to get borderline cartoonish looking on this side, where this one is much more realistic. And then the last one we're going to do is Bing. And Bing also uses DALL-E in the background, but these are the images that I got from Bing. All right, now if I put all of these images up on the screen, you can see all of the variations that we have. Now, again, that was the exact same prompt, just used over and over and over again in a new window each time. So it wasn't like I was in the same window and it was thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to recreate that image because something was wrong with it. It was a brand new window each time. Now, some of the other things that I have learned from this process so far is that the image generators seem to have some preferences that they really lean hard into. One of them is hair color. It seems to really struggle with, or always wants to have, unified hair color. So even though the hair on my head is brown, my beard is mostly gray, telling it to have 2 different hair colors seems to struggle. Now it will add, you saw that there was some lightness in some of the beards and things, but overall it completely missed the mark as far as me having brown hair on my head and a gray beard. One of the things that I think that I have finally mastered, or that every single one of these images, except for the ones on the Bing side of the house, but all the ones through ChatGPT, they all got my beard correct. For the most part, what was happening previously is that the beard would be nice, a thick beard right up to the bottom lip of all the images I was generating. They weren't getting the fact that there's a couple of bald spots here with a soul patch. Now, I've been working on this for a few days now, trying to refine this process and trying to get something that is recreatable. I haven't got there yet, so it's going to take me a while as I'm learning this process and understanding how the image generator actually works. I've been out to a few different websites looking at prompts and some of the other images that folks have been able to generate. And it looks to me that other people are having the same issue that I'm having with either generating something that is truly exactly what they want, or the same image over and over again and getting something that is similar or very close to what the previous image was. And I've heard that there's some tricks to that where you can say, use the previous image, but I've tried that and none of that has worked for me at this point in time. We'll keep on trying and seeing what we can do. For now, I'm not going to use any of these images as part of my logo or anything like that. I am just practicing and trying to teach myself how to use the image generators and what they can do. It truly is amazing what they can do when you look at these images. Literally, this was me typing in something, the image generator taking that text and creating a portrait basically from that. It's amazing what it can do, and it's only going to get better. I'm going to make a prediction for AI, and actually this is one of those ones that I would really like to see come true, because I think it would be so much fun. I believe there's going to come a point here very, very shortly in time where we'll be able to type in a text, and we can do this somewhat already, where we can type in some text and start generating movies or movie clips, scenes from just text, right? So you can tell it, I want a war scene, da 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 da, and the image generator will generate that, and it will provide you with that clip that you want of the movie. Now, I haven't done any of that myself, so that's something that I want to get into as well. But I believe that we're going to get to a point where streaming and entertainment is going to take a huge leap forward, where I'll be able to sit down on my keyboard and I'll be able to say something like, or type in something, hopefully I'll be able to say it, something to the effect of, I would like to see the original Star Trek crew in a 2-hour feature movie where they have updated equipment and a new timeline where they are going to encounter the Borg. I want them to be successful in their challenge, but in the end, it will, cost them some great sacrifice. Something to that effect. And that movie plot, just me describing it, would be instantly rendered for me personally to view. Now, it's not some big Hollywood production. Somebody didn't go out and gather all these actors together. I simply stated the movie that I wanted to see, and the AI is smart enough, has all the tools available to it, that it can instantaneously create that movie, and I could then enjoy that movie and be able to have the original Star Trek crew battling the Borg, as an example. If I had the 3D glasses and it could render it in 3D, maybe I could even be part of the adventure in the future. Maybe that's the next stage after that. I just think the possibilities of this technology it's going to boggle our minds, and it's going to come so fast, and we will just be completely amazed as it develops further. So anyway, that's my thought. That's my prediction. We'll see if it comes true or not. And I think that's it for the vlog day. So this was vlog 11. So this is January 11th, 2025. And this was my 11th vlog in a row. So for those of you that are following along or who are interested, the last time I worked on this channel was 4 years ago when I first started Old Dad Studio. And then it kind of fizzled out and I didn't do anything with it. Now I've revived it, and I have this new the new theme of this channel is around AI. At least at this point, we'll see where it goes. It might not stay AI. Maybe I'll do something else. But right now, I'm interested in AI, and that's what I'm working on. But vlog 11 means that I made one more vlog than I had previously. So I broke my old record on this channel. I haven't broke the record from our other channel, but for this one I have. So I'm going to continue on and see if I can keep going. So keep my fingers crossed that I can keep up the momentum. At least I've made it 11 days so far. So everybody have a fantastic night, and we will talk to you tomorrow.